is what you're made of. You are perfect and pure, even if you're not sure. It's what you're made of. L-O-V-E, love.
Everything is holy now? Including you? All right. You know, we've always had the big question, what am I? That's the big question to answer. This is a little too loud. When I was a child, that was the question that was always on our minds, on our hearts, on our lips. Like, where did we come from? And when I was about 6 years old, I went and asked my dad, Dad, where do we come from? Where do human beings come from? He says, well, son, we were descended from the apes. And over millions of years, the genetic mutation turned into the human being. That's where we came from. And then I went to my mom and I asked, where do human beings come from? And she says, well, son, we are divine by nature. We are made of stardust and angel wings. We are the Creator's creation. We are the beautiful perfection of the universe. And I said, but Dad said we're descended from apes. And my mom said he was talking about his side of the family. So you're going to have to answer that question for yourself. We are divine by nature. For centuries, human beings have separated themselves from God or the divine realm. We've placed God up in the heavens. We prayed for divine intervention for all our worldly affairs. God, help us, please change this that's going on down here. We give away all our power. The spiritual journey really begins when we see the divine within us. We claim our power as spiritual beings. That's when the journey truly begins. Ellen Davenport reminds us in her book, The Five Principles, that as we discover our own Christ nature, we become more aware of the divine energy that animates each of us, that animates everything. Everything is holy now because everything is divine by design. The truth is we're all divine. If there's one thing Jesus came to teach us, and that's God lives within us. You can't get it through observation. Luke 17, when they ask, where's the kingdom? How do I know the kingdom is here? How do I know that it's happening? You can't get it by looking over there or looking over here. You can't get it by looking outside of yourself because the kingdom of heaven is within you. Not just in the cells or the atoms or the molecules, but deeper, deeper within. Go deeper into the core of everything. Go deeper and deeper, and you'll find a divine spiritual energy there, a force field of pure love and of pure consciousness, God consciousness, unlimited creative intelligence, the core, deeper than anything you can see is God within. All of this energy is connected and it's flowing together throughout the entire universe. All of it. It's all vibrating with the heavenly song of spiritual energy. And I do believe that's what we're made of. And you know, we can remember it. There's moments where we have memories of it. In A Course in Miracles, it's called The Forgotten Song. I would like to read just a couple of paragraphs from this excerpt in A Course in Miracles from chapter 21. Listen. Perhaps you catch a hint of an ancient state, not quite forgotten, dim perhaps, yet not altogether unfamiliar, like a song whose name is long forgotten, and the circumstances in which you heard completely unremembered. Not the whole song has stayed with you, but just a little wisp of melody, attached not to a person or a place or anything in particular, but you do remember from just this little part how lovely was the song, how wonderful the setting where you heard it, and how you loved those who were there and listened with you. The notes are nothing, yet you have kept them with you, not for themselves, but as a soft reminder of what would make you weep if you remembered how dear it was to you. You could remember, yet you are afraid, believing you would lose the world you learned since then. And yet you know that nothing in the world you learned is half so dear as this. Listen and see if you remember an ancient song that you knew so long ago and held more dear than any melody you taught yourself to cherish since. Beyond the body, beyond the sun and the stars, past everything you see, and yet somehow familiar, is an arc of golden light that stretches as you look into a great and shining circle. And all the circle fills with light before your eyes. The edges of the circle disappear, and what is in it is no longer contained at all. The light expands and covers everything, extending to infinity, forever shining and with no break or limit anywhere. Within it is everything joined in perfect continuity, nor is it possible to imagine that anything could be outside, for there is nowhere that this light is not. It goes on to say that this is the vision of the Son of God. This is the vision that you see and that you remember when you remember that you are holy, that you are divine by design. And we remind ourselves in a lot of different ways that this is true. We remind ourselves in some of the songs that we sing. We remind ourselves in our teachings and our meditations and our prayers. We sing songs like There Is Only Love, I Am Light, Blueprint. There's a blueprint for living. We might sing a popular song like What If God Was One of Us? Or It's in Every One of Us. We are opening to that luminous love light from above, from within, from all around. That luminous love light that is the universe. And so we're reminding ourselves of the most important thing in life. That's who we truly are. That we are light, that we are love, that we are this divine energy. And that we are manifest in this moment in the perfect vehicle to express it. As John's meditation led us to let ourselves expand to the most vibrant and most wonderful, expanded version of our loving self. Keep allowing it to expand. Your only true identity is your divine self. This is in fact what all spiritual teachers finally have come to teach us, is that our divine self is our only true identity. Everything else comes and goes, shifts and changes. It's a vehicle. It takes on exactly the attributes that you give it from your mind, from your beliefs, from your Heart, what are you telling your body to express? Comes from your deeper self. Tell yourself the truth and you will express truth. Tell yourself the truth. This whole journey of our path on earth is a journey back to our true self. The path of spirit, it really isn't a path at all. It's a remembering. It's an awakening. It's a return to our divine consciousness, the divine design of our consciousness. And it makes sense that since that self, our divine self, is already what we are in truth, it will always guide us in the right and perfect direction. The right and perfect direction for you. Your inner divine intuition. There was a woman here that wrote a book, Divine Intuition, at one time. That's the Spirit guiding you. That's your soul guiding you. You can listen to it. I love that. You can trust your divine guidance because it's coming from your own soul. It's coming from you. No longer do you have to look out there for the answers. It's coming from within you. All those answers are right here within you, in your consciousness. The divine self will always guide you. And the luminous light of the soul will always protect you. Have no fear. For in truth, there's nothing to fear. Amen. Nothing. Because you are powerful, creative beings designed by the creative intelligence of the universe. And you have a job to do here now. And that's to create your world in alignment with the divine design. Create your world and your life in alignment with your soul. Take time each and every day. You know, I had some pains in my body this week, and I asked myself what I ask everybody that comes to me for pastoral help and counseling. What is it trying to tell you? What's the message? And my message was, I'm taking on a lot of fear. I'm taking on a lot of what's going on in the world. Feeling guilty about it, feeling fearful about it, feeling I got to get out there and do something physically to change it. And my lovely wife prescribed to me the most perfect thing, and it would probably be what I would prescribe to you. She said, I recommend 20 minutes of mindful meditation every day. Every day. And she knows because I live with her whether I'm doing it or not. Every day. And then she says, at least 20 minutes. You know the old saying, if you don't have enough time to meditate, right? If you should meditate for 20 minutes a day, and if you think you don't have enough time, you should meditate for an hour. That's the prescription. And it works. I have to say, all the stuff we've been teaching actually works. I'm not just up here flapping my gums, as Bruce would say, or telling jokes that somebody told us in the past. I love that joke about it's your father's side of the family. Because you can think what you want about all of that. But what I am holding in my heart and mind is we are divine beings. And we are divine by design.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you.
You have been watching the message from our Sunday celebration service here at Unity on Cape Cod, providing a positive path for spiritual living. Please join us every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. at 147 Walton Ave, Hyannis, Mass. And visit us online at unityOnCapeCod.org. This video was made possible in part through a grant from Unity Worldwide Ministries and the Templeton Foundation.